Most Americans think their holster is the problem, but the truth is far more brutal. After watching hundreds of concealed carriers train, fail, adjust, and fail again, one pattern became undeniable. It's not the holster, it's the habits. The same 5 mistakes keep happening, whether you're carrying a budget micro compact or a $1,000 tactical pistol. And if you're making even one of them, your draw speed, accuracy, and concealment are collapsing without you even realizing it. Number 7. Taurus GX4. The Taurus GX4 is one of those pistols that reminds you how far budget carry guns have come, especially for shooters who think their holster is the main problem when the real issue is their grip and draw mechanics. The GX4 delivers impressive performance for its size, offering a surprisingly firm recoil impulse that can be controlled with proper thumb indexing and a strong locked wrist. Many new carriers blame the holster for the gun shifting, digging, or printing. But the truth is that lightweight micro compacts like the GX4 require a tighter and more intentional draw stroke. Its trigger is crisp for the category, but the short frame magnifies every small mistake, especially when drawing under time pressure. The polymer frame and textured grip panels give decent traction, but if you don't anchor your firing hand correctly, you'll feel the muzzle rise more intensely than you expected. The GX4 rewards confidence and punishes sloppy presentation, which is why so many owners think their holster sucks when the real issue is technique. With the right holster angle, a proper belt, and a consistent practice routine, the GX4 becomes a reliable, fast-handling CCW that hides well and shoots better than most micro guns in its class. Number 6. Springfield Hellcat Pro. The Springfield Hellcat Pro exposes CCW mistakes instantly, especially for shooters who carry high-capacity pistols but don't adjust their holster setup to match the longer slide and grip. This gun offers near full-size performance in a compact footprint, but that also means your holster cant, belt stiffness, and concealment posture matter more than usual. Many carriers complain about printing with the Hellcat Pro, yet the real culprit is carrying too upright with zero forward tilt, which forces the grip to push outward. The Hellcat Pro's excellent recoil control and clean trigger make it a top-tier performer during rapid strings, but the gun demands a high, consistent grip to exploit that capability. The U-dot sights are fast, but only if your draw stroke clears clothing cleanly, and this is where most shooters struggle. The moment your support hand fights your shirt, you lose the advantage of the Hellcat Pro's smooth tracking and predictable muzzle return. The frame texture is aggressive enough to keep your hands locked in, but only if your holster doesn't sit too low on your belt. Too many carriers blame the holster when the issue is simply poor ride height selection. When set up properly, the Hellcat Pro becomes one of the most controllable, dependable, and accurate carry pistols available today. Number 5. SIG Sauer P320 Compact. The SIG Sauer P320 Compact is a powerhouse that exposes one of the biggest CCW mistakes Americans make: carrying a larger gun without training for the added weight and width. Many shooters think the holster is uncomfortable, unstable, or shifting throughout the day. But the real issue is failing to use a proper concealed carry belt designed to support the P320's mass. The P320 Compact shoots beautifully thanks to its modular chassis, well-balanced slide, and smooth trigger, but none of that matters if your gun sits at the wrong angle or height. A too soft belt causes the grip to lean out, making the firearm print badly, leading shooters to blame the holster. On the range, the P320 Compact shines with fantastic recoil management, giving the shooter confidence in rapid, controlled pairs. But drawing from concealment reveals whether you've mastered retention of a mid-size pistol. If your wrist breaks early, the muzzle will dip, costing you time. If your clothing snags, the taller slide window becomes harder to track. This gun demands competence, and rewards it with unmatched modularity and consistency. If shooters simply invested in a sturdier belt, tuned holster retention, and practiced draw repetitions weekly, their P320 Compact would feel like a natural extension instead of a burden. Number 4. Beretta APX A1 Carry. The Beretta APX A1 Carry is a fantastic example of why most shooters think their holster is the problem when, in reality, their concealment posture is working against them. This pistol is slim, lightweight, and designed for deep concealment, but many carriers wear it with a straight vertical cant that causes the grip to poke outward. The APX A1 Carry rewards a forward-tilted holster setup because the compact slide length and tall rear sights are built for fast target acquisition. When the holster angle is wrong, the draw becomes awkward, the muzzle catches on clothing, and shooters blame the holster instead of adjusting their configuration. The APX A1 has a surprisingly clean tactile trigger brake, but if you ride too low in your holster, your firing hand won't achieve the necessary purchase to break that first shot quickly. Its modular grip frame and serrated slide make manipulation easy, but only if your retention strength is adjusted correctly. Too many carriers over-tighten retention, slowing their draw and adding resistance that feels like a bad holster. But when properly dialed in, the APX A1 Carry becomes a lightning-fast, highly concealable defensive tool that punches above its size. It's not the holster, it's how you set it up. Number 3. FNX-45 Tactical. The FNX-45 Tactical is a beast, and it highlights one of the biggest holster problems in America, using a micro-compact setup for a full-size powerhouse. This pistol is large, heavy, and built for serious firepower, meaning your holster must be equally serious. Most CCW complaints about the FNX-45 Tactical come down to improper ride height and insufficient belt rigidity. When the belt sags even slightly, the FNX grip pushes outward, causing severe printing. Many shooters blame the holster, but the real issue is that a duty-grade pistol requires a stronger foundation. On the range, the FNX-45 Tactical delivers unmatched stopping power with a smooth DASA trigger system and excellent recoil control for a .45 ACP. But drawing from concealment exposes every weakness in your setup, from loose retention to inadequate cant adjustments. This pistol demands a high degree of discipline, and when properly configured, it becomes a dominant carry gun with world-class reliability. But if you pair it with a flimsy holster or a casual belt, it will feel bulky, awkward, and unforgiving. The FNX-45 Tactical isn't the problem. It just needs a holster built for battle, not convenience. Number 2. Colt Defender 1911. The Colt Defender 1911 proves why many carriers misunderstand holster fitment entirely. Shooters often complain that their holster doesn't hold the gun right, when in reality, 1911-style pistols require precise retention tuning to accommodate their single-stack profile and external safety controls. The Defender has excellent handling characteristics thanks to its all-metal frame, low-bore axis, and crisp 1911 trigger, but these benefits vanish if your holster rides too high. A high-riding setup causes the Defender's shorter grip to wobble during the draw, making it feel unstable and unpredictable. Many carriers blame the holster, not realizing that compact 1911s require a lower, stabilized ride position to ensure the thumb's safety is cleared smoothly during the draw. The metal frame adds weight, which means sloppy belts and cheap holsters quickly fail under pressure. But once properly dialed in, the Colt Defender becomes one of the most intuitive, accurate, and confidence-inspiring carry guns available. Its slim profile conceals beautifully, its recoil is manageable, and its trigger control is elite, as long as your holster setup is correct. The holster isn't the issue. Understanding how 1911s want to be carried. Number 1. Mossberg MC2c. The Mossberg MC2c is one of the most underrated carry pistols, and it exposes a mistake that 90% of Americans make: ignoring grip length when choosing a holster. The MC2c offers a full firing grip, which is fantastic for recoil control and accuracy. But if your holster doesn't angle the grip inward properly, that advantage turns into printing. Many carriers set their MC2c holster at a straight drop, causing the longer grip to push outward under clothing. They blame the holster, but the real problem is ignoring grip geometry. On the range, the MC2c performs exceptionally well with its flat-faced trigger, strong slide serrations, and balanced recoil impulse. But during concealed draw drills, the pistol reveals whether you've set up your gear correctly. Too much retention slows the draw. Too little makes the gun shift during movement. A cheap belt makes the grip lean away from the body, ruining concealability. Yet when properly configured, correct cant, good belt, tuned retention, the MC2c becomes a fast, accurate, reliable CCW, capable of competing with any compact pistol on the market. The holster isn't bad. Most shooters just never learned how to match holster angles with grip length. Outro. If you're serious about fixing your CCW setup, start by fixing the habits, not the gear. Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with the pistol you carry daily. More real-world breakdowns, no sugarcoating, no fluff, just the truth that keeps you safer and faster. Stay sharp, stay trained, stay ready.